What's good, everyone? This is your Lethal Spark, John Peterson here, and welcome to both the Starter Deck V for Victory and the Starter Deck Power Up Pack, both released on June 14th, 2013. Let's get right into it, starting with number C39, Utopia Ray V, a light attribute, rank 5, warrior type Xyz monster with 2600 attack and 2000 defense. It requires 3 level 5 monsters. When this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can target one Xyz monster in your graveyard. Return that to your extra deck. If this card has a Utopia monster as an Xyz material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, then target one monster your opponent controls. Destroy that monster. And if you do, inflict damage equal to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's attack on the field. Rank up magic. Limited Barion's Force. Target a rank 4 Xyz monster in control from your extra deck, a number C monster that is one rank higher than so you control, and treat it when using it as Xyz material. Zexal Weapon Eagle Claw, a wind attribute, level 5 winged beast type monster. Monster with 2000 attack and 1200 defense. If your opponent's life points are at least 2000 higher than yours, you can special summon this card from card. You can target one Utopia monster you control. Equip this card monster on the field to that target. It gains 2000 attack. Once per turn while this card is equipped, when a trap card or trap effect that was activated on your opponent's side of the field resolves, negate the effects of that card. Gambara Lancer, a light attribute, level 5 warrior type monster with 1000 attack and 2000 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can summon one Gambara Lancer from your hand or graveyard in face-up defense position. Bite Bug, an earth attribute, level 3 insect type monster with 300 attack and 1000 defense. If your opponent controls a face-up Xyz monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When you do, target one monster your opponent controls. That monster loses 300 attack. Crane. When this card is normal, Earth attribute, level 3 winged beast type monster with 300 attack and 900 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 3 monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target, but it has its effects negated. You can only use this effect of Crane once per turn. Gentlemander, a light attribute, level 4 reptile type monster with 1200 attack and 1000 defense. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent cannot target any monsters for an attack except this one. Granosaurus requires 2 level 3 monsters. When this card meets an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach one Xyz material from this card and inflict 1000 damage to it. Number 30. Acid Golem of Destruction, a water attribute, rank 3 rock type Xyz monster with 3000 attack and defense, and it requires 2 level 3 monsters. During your standby phase, detach one Xyz material from this card or take 2000 damage. Your opponent cannot special summon any monsters while this card has no Xyz material, it can't attack. Shining Elf, a wind attribute, level 2 spellcaster type Xyz monster with 1600 attack and 1000 defense. It requires 2 level 2 monsters. When your opponent normal or special summons a monster during the damage step, you can detach one Xyz material from this card. That monster loses 500 attack. Number 6. Chronomaly Atlantis, a light attribute, level 6 machine type Xyz monster with 2600 attack and 3000 defense. Requires 2 level 6 monsters. When this card is Exceed Summon, you can target one number monster in your graveyard. Equip that target to this card. This card gains attack equal to half the attack of the equipped monster. Once per turn, you can detach one Exceeds material from this card. Then send the monster equipped to the graveyard. Halve your opponent's life points. You cannot conduct your battle phase. Per turn, you activate this effect. Mystical Space Typhoon. Yeet one spell or trap on the field. Swords of Revealing Light. Prevent monsters from attacking for 3 turns. Mirror Force. Nice. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, yeet all monsters in defense position that your opponent controls. Attack position, sorry. And Magic Cylinder. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, negate it and deal damage equal to its attack. Alright, up next we got the starter deck proper. So let's do this thing. We got Cosmo Queen, a dark attribute level 8 spellcaster type monster with 2900 attack and 2450 defense. Queen of the Galaxies and Mistress of the Stars. Trance, the Magic Swordsman, an earth attribute level 6 spellcaster type monster with 2600 attack and 200 defense. A peculiar magician with considerable attack. Supposedly, he just returned from a trip to outer space. Neo the Magic Swordsman, a dimensional drifter who not only practices sorcery, but is also a sword and martial arts expert. Mystical Elf, a delicate elf that lacks offense, but has a terrific defense backed by a mystical power. Chamberlain of the Six Samurai. The Six Samurai are supported an earth attribute level 3 warrior type monster with 200 attack and 2000 defense. The Six Samurai are supported from the shadows by this silent and mysterious warrior. His past is unknown to them, but his countless scars are proof of his experience. Gagaga Child, a dark attribute level 2 spellcaster type monster with 800 attack and 1200 defense. If you control a Gagaga monster other than Gagaga Child, you can special summon this card. You can target one Gagaga monster you control with a different level. This card's level becomes the level of that monster. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. This effect. Magical Undertaker. A dark attribute level 2 spellcaster type monster with 400 attack and defense. Its flip effect is you can target one level 4 or lower spellcaster monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. Caligro Claw Crow. A dark attribute level 2 winged beast type monster with 900 attack and 600 defense. If you control a dark monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can special summon Caligro Claw Crow once per turn this way. Gagaga Magician. A dark attribute level 4 spellcaster type monster with 1500 attack and 1000 defense. Once per turn, you can declare a level from 1 to 8. This card becomes the level you can only control one Gagaga Magician, and this card cannot be used as synchro material. Gagaga Girl. A dark attribute level 3 spellcaster type monster with 1000 attack and 800 defense. You can target one Gagaga Magician you control. This card's level becomes the level of that monster. An Exceeds monster special summoned by this card. And it was summoned using this card. Only this card and other Gagaga monsters' Exceeds material gains this effect. When it is Exceeds summoned, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0. Oh, Gagaga Gardener, an earth attribute level 4 warrior type monster with 1500 attack and 2000 defense. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is targeted for an attack, you can discard one card. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. Zubaba Knight. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks the face-up defense position monster, yeet that monster. Gambara Knight. When this face-up attack position monster is targeted for an attack, it switches to defense. Achacha Archer, a fire attribute level 3 warrior type monster with 1200 attack and 600 defense. When this card is normal and or flip summoned, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. Goblinberg. Goblinberg, when this card is summoned, you can special summon a level 4 lower monster from your hand, but after that it switches to defense. Kage Tokage. A dark attribute level 4 reptile type monster with 1100 attack and 500 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned by its own effect. When you special normal summon a level 4 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. It cannot be used as synchro material. Tatsuke Knight. A light attribute level 4 warrior type monster with 1700 attack and 100 defense. When an opponent's monster declares an attack while you have no cards in your hand, and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, then end the battle phase. You can only use this effect of Tatsuke Knight once per duel. Sexual Weapon, Unicorn Spear. A light attribute level 4 beast type monster with 1900 attack and 0 defense. You can target one number C39, Utopia Ray. You control. Equip this card from your hand to it. It gains 1900 attack. If the equipped monster battles an opponent's monster, that monster's effect is negated until during the battle phase only. You can only control one ZW Unicorn Spear. Marauding Captain, your opponent can target warrior monsters to attack. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 2 warrior monster from your hand. Old Vindictive Magician, a dark attribute level 2 spellcaster monster with 450 attack and 600 defense. Flip effect is target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Swords of Burning Light. While you control no monsters your opponent controls can't attack. If you control a monster, or if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, destroy this card. Blustering Winds, target one face-up monster you control, and it gains 1000 attack and defense until your next standby phase. Wonder One. Equip only to a spellcaster monster. It gains 500 attack, and if you control the monster and this card, you can send both to the grave, draw 2 cards. Double or Nothing. When a monster's attack is negated, target that monster. It can make a second attack during the battle phase. And if it does, its attack is doubled during the damage step only. YGO Boost. When the monster declares an attack, target one face-up monster on the field. It gains 1000 attack until the end of the battle phase. Gagaga Revenge. Target one Gagaga monster in your graveyard. Special summon it and equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster. When this card in the graveyard is sent to the graveyard, because the equipped monster was used as Exceeds material, all Exceeds monsters you control gain 300 attack. Exceeds unit. Equipped only to a face-up Exceeds monster. It earns attack equal to its rank multiplied by 200. If the equipped monster you control would detach its its Exceeds materials to activate its effect, you can detach this card as one of the Exceeds materials. The Allied Forces. All warrior-type monsters gain 200 attack for each warrior or spellcaster on the field. We'll let you reinforcement of the army. Add a level 4 lower warrior-type monster from the deck to your hand. Warrior returning alive. One warrior type monster you control in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. Puzzle Reborn. If exactly one monster you're in control and no other cards is destroyed by a card effect, special summon that monster. Gagaga Shield. Target one spellcaster you control and equip this card to that target. Twice per turn, and cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Copy Knight. When a level 4 or lower warrior type monster is normal summoned into your side of the field, special summon this card as a warrior type light attribute 0 attack and defense normal monster with the same level. Impenetrable attack. During the battle phase, you can activate one of these effects. Target one monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects during the battle phase. Or you take no battle damage during this battle phase. Utopian Aura. Detach one Exceeds monster from a monster you control. Face-up Exceeds monster you currently control cannot be destroyed by card effects until the end phase. Exceeds effect. When you exceed summon a monster, you can target one card and yeet it. Shadow Spell. Activate this card by targeting one face-up monster your opponent controls. Loses 700 attack. Also, it can't attack or change its battle position. When this card leaves the field, just eat this card. Dust Tornado. Target one spell or trap you control. Yeet that target and set a spell or trap. Call of the Haunted. Activate this card by targeting one monster in your grave. Special summon that target when this card leaves the field, or when the target is destroyed. This card gets either the card or the target get yeeted. Dark Bribe. Dark Bribe. When your opponent activates a spell or trap, your opponent draws one card. Also negate that trap's activation, and if you do, destroy it. Now for the only 2 extra deck monsters in this entire hecking set. Number 39, Utopia. When this card declares when a monster declares an attack, you can attach one material and negate that attack. And if this card is targeted for attack while it has no materials, it gets yeeted. Number C39, Utopia Ray. A light attribute level 4 warrior type Exceeds monster with 2500 attack and 2000 defense. It requires 3 level 4 light monsters. You can also Exceed summon this card by using a number 39 Utopia you control as Exceeds material. You can detach one Exceeds material from this card. It gains 500 attack, and one monster your opponent controls loses 1000 attack until the end phase. You must have 1000 life points or less in order to activate and resolve this effect. And there you go. Super Starter V for Victory and its Power Up Pack were both released on June 14th, 2013. If you like what you saw, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe with those notifications turned on. And remember, you're all breathtaking. This is your Lethal Spurg, John Peterson, telling you all to take it easy. Have a good one.